Guys, it's Elizabeth, Finding Elizabeth. Today is Monday, February 9th, 2015. This is my week 42 post-op VSG surgery update. I started this journey in January of 2014 at my highest weight, which was 402 pounds. I had surgery on April 14th, 2014 at Kaiser South Bay in Southern California, and I weighed 360.6 pounds on my date of surgery. Last week I weighed 232 pounds, and this week I weighed 230.2 pounds. I was really hoping to go into that next decade. They used to come really easily. That first month, right after surgery, because I started right at 360, I think I went through like 3 or even 4 of those decades. Now, if I can get through one a month, I'm happy. But anyway, next week we'll be in the 220s, which is awesome. So that's a 1.8 pound loss since last week, a 130.4 pound loss since surgery, which is almost 10 months. My 10-month surgery will be Valentine's Day, which is this Saturday, and 171.8 pounds lost since last January. Awesome. Anyway, what's up? I have lots of visual aids today, but first I'm going to talk about some NSVs. I went on a trip this weekend. No, I did not go to NOLA. If I would have gone to NOLA, I would not be nearly as relaxed as I am. I would probably be very tired coming back to work. But I went to Morro Bay and Ojai, which are just up the coast and over a little bit from where I am. Lots of NSVs, probably not any that I haven't already talked about, but just in the context of a trip, they were pretty cool. First of all, I went on a trip. Which, people I think had pretty much stopped asking me to go places because I would always say no or come up with an excuse. And this trip I could have actually come up with an excuse not to go on because a friend of mine and I were actually going to go visit another friend who lives in Santa Cruz, and at the last minute she had to cancel because of a work trip. So I could have very easily said, okay, not this week, we're not going to go do that. But we decided to go anyway, and it was really lovely. So the NSVs were I went. The NSVs were I walked and walked and walked and walked and hiked and shopped. And just did things that I never would have done before because I couldn't have moved my body like that. I walked, I don't know, I think we walked like 3 miles a couple of days in addition to whatever general walking around we were doing. It was beautiful, beautiful place. Morro Bay is right on the ocean, and Ojai is up in the hills, so you can look down on the valley. It's just a really, really lovely thing to do. And it was funny. This was the first trip I'd gone on. Well, I went on a trip with my dad, but it's not quite the same thing because I don't worry about making conversation with my dad. But first trip that I got on with a non-weight loss surgery people. And the one thing that was weird about it was that I felt like I spent my whole weekend, for the most part, waiting for her to finish my friend to finish her food, because everything was eating out. And she's, a normal size person. But I was surprised when I told her I was a size 14. She said, "Oh, you've almost caught up to me. I'm a size 12." And I would never in a million years have thought that I was close to her size. But she is, like everybody else, about 4 or 5 inches taller than me. But, I don't think she has issues with food, but but it's not like I could take the food home and eat it for the next meal or to the hotel, because she would need to go out for the next meal. So it was a lot of eating out, and I finish in 5 minutes, which means I'm probably eating too fast. But, and so then I would sit there and wait for her to finish. But it was fine. It was lovely. The last day we stopped in this little department store that was having a 50% off sale, and usually it would be like, no, there's not going to be anything in there that is going to fit me, particularly not on clearance. This store didn't even have plus sizes, but I went up to the clearance rack. I found this really cute black and white dress. I'm loving black and white dresses now. For $30, it was a size 14. I went and tried it on over my jeans. It fit perfectly. Lovely. I had some size 18, maybe they're 16s, I don't know. I think they could be 18 jeans from Lane Bryant, and I took them with me, and I thought, oh, these are probably going to be too big. So, no, they weren't. They were quite as snug as my other 14 jeans. So, anyway, I'm in 14s, I'm in 16s, I'm in 18s, whatever. But the thing is they look good, and I don't have a stomach sticking out. thanks to the, I don't know if you can see this, but thanks to the shapewear that Lauren Losing recommended, I don't even have a muffin top anymore. It's very cool. I'm going to put a link to the shapewear below because I think it's really awesome and it's really inexpensive. You can get it at Walmart, but I bought it at Amazon. Okay, then I wanted to do a mini grocery haul just because whenever I think I don't eat, I pretty much eat the same thing. I don't eat anything that exciting, but every time I watch somebody's grocery haul video, I find something that that I want to eat or something new to try. So I thought I'd just do a real quick one since I just went to the store. So these, can you see them? These are my favorite. I love these. It's salami and provolone, and they say this is 2 servings. So 2 servings of the salami, which is, well, half the container, is 100 calories with 7 grams of protein, 1 carbohydrate. The cheese for half of this is 90 calories, 6 grams of protein, and 1 carbohydrate. But I don't eat half of this. I mean, I'll usually eat 2 of each, 2 cheese and 2 salami. A lot of times that's what I will eat for my, like, first breakfast. So if I get up early, I'll have this because Pete Sleeverocker told me that I needed to be eating before I worked out. I'm trying to eat a little bit of something, even though when I go work out really early, I don't like it. I feel nauseous, but this is a great thing. So this is probably 4 or 5 servings for me, and it's really good, really easy. It's a little pricey. You could probably buy it independently and slice it up, but I like the convenience of it and the fact that the little package closes right up after you take some of it. It's about, I think it's like $4.50 a package, and I'll usually buy 2 packages a week to go through. Then for my second breakfast, I will have, I love these little Keurig things, Cafe de Europa Espresso. So I'll make one of these in my Keurig, and I will take protein powder and make a protein coffee, drink, whatever. You can use any kind of protein powder. I use this. I don't use 2 scoops. A serving of this is 2 scoops, 200 calories, 25 grams of protein, 10 grams of fiber. I use 1 scoop, so that's 100 calories, 12.5 grams of protein, etc. in my coffee. It's delish. Love that. Shrimp. I'm not going to show you the shrimp because it's all wrapped up, but I've been getting on the shrimp bandwagon quite a bit recently. It's delicious. I just put it in a pan and saute it with a little bit of butter, a little bit of olive oil, and some garlic. And that's, shrimp is like amazingly low calorie and high in protein. And then I will have it with a vegetable. This is a new, I hadn't seen it before at Trader Joe's. It's microwavable asparagus. I like to pay a little bit extra and get the vegetables that are easy to cook and quick to cook, because otherwise I probably wouldn't make them. So shrimp and asparagus, that's probably what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. And what else? Oh, this is something I saw Banded Wendy talk about. I haven't tried it yet, but I got the makings for it today. So when you're craving a drink that's a juice, but you don't want to have a full calorie juice, and I hope I'm getting this right, but she had Welch's Light Grape Juice, which is, I think, 45 calories per serving, which, how much is a serving? Which is 8 ounces, so a cup of this. And then she would mix it with this, which is light lemonade, which has 15 calories per serving, which is also a cup. So I would probably do half a cup of this, and then mix it with club soda, which, yeah, I know it's carbonated, but I do some carbonation. And that's like a drink that's just a little different and not water and something, and not Crystal Light, and something that's a little juicy. So I will try that probably tomorrow. Okay, here's something else that I discovered in the store, which is American Flatbread. This is for if you're getting a pizza craving, because I think it's way, way, way better than pizza. I mean, it's probably not the best thing you could eat, but if you're craving pizza, I think this is a good solution. This is 3 servings. It's just like a pizza the size of this, which I guess is like a, I don't know, medium-sized pizza. For a third of the pizza, it's 200 calories, 9 grams of fat, 21 carbs, 1 fiber, and 8 grams of protein. And it really is really, really good. And if you're having a hankering for pizza, that's good. Okay, and here's my diet junk food or whatever. These are really good. Weight Watchers chocolate caramels. They come in a pouch with 6 in them, 120 calories, 18 grams of carbohydrate, 6 grams of fiber, 1 gram of protein. Not an everyday thing, but when you have a sweet craving, these are better than those truffles that I was eating. So, and I like that they come in a serving size. You know, it's a package, a pouch that has 6 in it. Okay, that's my mini grocery haul. Okay, more visual aids. Someone had posted on Facebook that they wanted to know more about the 200 workouts I was doing and the reward system. So give credit where credit is due. I got this from Jamie Jones, who got it from Phil Olson. There are a lot of us doing it. 200 workouts in 2015, which averages out to a little over 16 a month. This is the little sheet that I developed to track my workouts. I put a star on the date, and then I'll put on the workout number. Then I'll put the date of the workout, and I'll put in here if I worked out with my trainer or I walked or did something different. So I'm at, as of today, I'm at 20 workouts for the year. And I think Jamie does a reward at every 10 workouts. I put it at every 15. Kind of stretch it out a little bit. So I hit my first reward last week, and I got myself this beautiful little charm bracelet from Lorraine, Zena, VSG, Warrior Princess, and Jennifer Bleacher, I think, is doing a little show. Super cute. Love it. There are other charms you can buy. I'll link below to the page that Jennifer has with the party and other information. So that's super cute. And I don't know what my other rewards will be. A lot of people suggested things like manicure, pedicure, massage, because I put out there, what do you think I should do for my reward? And I was like, well, I guess I spoil myself because I do that stuff now anyway. So I'm looking at things, I don't know, things that I would actually like to purchase. Jamie's are more, I think, more workout related. She buys more workout gear. I don't know. We'll see what I have a hankering for when I come around to 30. So I wanted to show that. Okay, and then I wanted to talk about, I'm trying to talk fast because I don't want this to be 20 minutes long, but I wanted to talk really quickly about a video that Lindsay, Flygirl VSG, did this week where I think the title of the video was Spilling My Guts, and she talked about some old eating behaviors that were sneaking up and that she was feeling some shame around. And I think it was really awesome that she shared that with the community, because I think there's two things that probably are going to help us fight these things that weight loss surgery doesn't fix, the head things. And they are getting out of the shadows with it. Stop being, just telling somebody else that this is what you're doing. You know it's an issue. And once you put it out there, I think, at least for me personally, I can look at it a little bit more objectively than being just ashamed of the fact that there are some old eating behaviors coming back into my life. And also, I think when you share it with other people, you learn that you're not alone and you're not the only weight loss surgery patient who's doing this. I have tried to be fairly honest about it when I do those things, but it was interesting. When I listened to her video, there were things that I hadn't mentioned, probably because I was more ashamed of that than just telling you I ate something. I actually went off the rails a little bit with the exact same thing she did, which was Whole Foods macaroni and cheese. And I live by myself, so I don't have to necessarily hide food or hide the wrappings, because she was talking about hiding the evidence of eating. But I notice when my son's here, I'll do the exact same thing she did, which is take the candy wrapper or the thing that the little red bag that the truffles that I was having an issue with a couple weeks ago and bury it at the bottom of the trash. Or even, because my son's been home pretty much since he's still on his school, his college doesn't go back in full session until Tuesday, a week from Tuesday. So he's been around, and I'll hide the wrappers in my car in a secret compartment, or I will dig it down under the trash because I don't want him to see it or be disappointed. So even though I'm saying on here that I'm eating things I necessarily shouldn't be, there is still a lot of shame around the behavior. So I just wanted to say thank you, Lindsay, for doing that. Also for continuing to make videos. If you haven't subscribed to her, please do. She looks incredible. She has great little fashion things. She's just I just love watching her videos, and I really appreciate. I could see how hard it was for her to share this, and I really appreciate that she did it. I mean, I really think, the first year out, your tool is going to do most of the work. I think after that first year, it's getting a handle on using food for something other than nutrition, and exercising to take it in the rest of the way. I just think that's what you have to do. So anyway, appreciate that. Oh, and there was the other thing that I want to talk about in terms of eating behaviors that I haven't actually talked about on here, which is the fact that now, and I noticed this particularly on my trip, that if I'm going out to eat and there is something that is particularly delicious, even though I know it's past time when I need to stop eating, I try to get in more food. And I have actually, in the last, I think since Losing Weight Kate was here, which was Martin Luther King Day, so what is that, like 3 weeks? I have thrown up like 3 times, had to go in a restaurant in the bathroom and throw up with the foamies for the first time ever since surgery because I could not stop eating. So anyway, that's my truth. That's my guts about my eating behaviors, and I'll continue to share those things where I have difficulties, and I encourage you to do so too, because I think once you let it out there, there's a little less shame involved. Okay, really quickly, Weight Loss Surgery Book Club. I started a book club called Feed Your Soul. We read a book a month that has, something to do with either the journey or whatever. We're having a Google Hangout next Wednesday. The book we read last month was Eleanor and Park, and that's what the Hangout will be on. Our book for next month that we'll talk about in March. So our book for February that we'll talk about in March is Gifts of Imperfection by Brene Brown. If you want to join the group, just comment below and or on Facebook, and I will add you to the group. Quick shout outs. My lovely watch Patty Melt hit Wonderland this week. I am so proud of her. She just looks, I think, I know she doesn't agree with me, but she has always looked beautiful. The first minute I saw her when I walked into the Kaiser class, I was like, holy shit, who is that gorgeous woman and how do I get to be friends with her? And then I got to, and it's really fun. But she hit Wonderland, and that's just, I don't know what I'll do when I hit Wonderland. I'll probably have a breakdown because I just so didn't think it was possible, but I don't know that she thought it was possible either. And she did it this week, and she looks just really, really amazing. So you go, girl. You're amazing. Also wanted to give a shout out to Melissa Collins, who lost 50 pounds. And is she not like the most gorgeous person ever? Can I have her hair and makeup, please? Jessica Murphy had surgery last week and is recovering. I think she's having a little bit of a rough time. I'm kind of behind on Facebook because I was out of town. Holly Pollard had surgery today, so I hope everything went well, and looking forward to following her journey. And then just want to shout out Fly Girl, like I said before, for the video that she made this week and for continuing to do videos more than a year out. I think it's so important. I have so much respect for those people who do that. So remember, you ate a bagel, you didn't kill a baby. Have a great week. Forgive yourself. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.